Hello guys, welcome back to another election prediction video. This time we're doing the 2024 House map. So we're going to start off with the states that are going to be redistricted first. And we'll start out with North Carolina, which the Republicans are going to draw a pretty brutal gerrymander. Going to make the 14th into a likely R district, the 6th into a likely R district, the 13th into a likely R district, and the 1st will probably narrowly tilt in favor of the Republicans. So that's what I currently see them doing in North Carolina. But in Wisconsin, let's head over to there. In Wisconsin, the Democrats, because they won the Supreme Court race here and they have a majority in Wisconsin, once they take up the case for redistricting here and the gerrymandering, they're going to redraw the maps. Wisconsin's first can become likely blue. The 8th is going to shift to lean Republican, and the 3rd is going to be lean blue district. In Ohio, they're probably going to draw a minimal change map. So I kind of just expect the 13th to be lean D and the 1st to be lean D, and same with Ohio 9. In fact, Marcy Kaptur might gain some ground in Ohio 9 through redistricting, so it might shift from a Trump 1 district of 3% to maybe a more even district of like, I don't know, maybe even a Biden 1 district if they're that generous. But I definitely think she'll get a better district out of a minimal change map. And we head to New York, and that's the state that's possibly going to be redrawn. I could see it happening. The maps I've seen, I think they'll turn New York 11 into like a likely blue district. But right now, it's really uncertain whether or not they redraw the lines. But I would say it's like a coin flip. But for now, we're just going to use the same old map that they have currently. Okay, so Andrew Garbarino, it's just going to be safe Republican. I really don't think the Democrats could flip this district. He's pretty popular here. He won by a landslide in 2022. New York's first. I'm going to put as Leonard. I think Lilota will still win here, but again, his district is a Biden one of 0.2%. But still, I think he'll probably pull off a victory. Incumbency advantage. D'Esposito, I couldn't name a politician more screwed. He's in a Biden 1 district of 14 points. He's probably going to lose in November. It's possibly even by a likely blue margin. Honestly, I'm going to put it as likely blue. I just don't think he's acting moderate enough in Congress, and I think this district's probably going to flip pretty hard. In New York's third, I don't even think George Santos will be the nominee, but this district will be actually quite competitive. It'll be more competitive than New York's fourth, which is why I'm only putting as lean D. I still think Santos taints the Republican Party in this district. The 18th, I'm shifting to likely blue. Again, I think Pat Ryan will do a lot better in this district this time around. New York's 22, Brandon Williams, he's acting way too MAGA in Congress when he's in a quite bipartisan district, a Biden 1 of 7.5, so I think he's probably going to lose re-election. Molinaro, again, he's one of the Republicans who has the best chance at surviving here. But even him, I think he's going to lose by a narrow tilt margin in this district. Again, it's a Biden 1 district of 4 points, but he could get enough split ticket voters. But again, he barely won last time. He only won by 1.6% in that big of a New York red wave. So again, I don't think he could outperform that much. And we go on to Michael Lawler, and I still think he's going to lose. But I think instead of a tilt margin, this time it's going to be lean blue. I think he loses by about 3 points. Again, in a more blue general environment in New York, a lot of these Republicans are going to get wiped out. In total, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Republicans getting wiped out in New York. Let's get a zoom in on California. Okay. So there's a few things I would like to fix on this map. First is Katie Porter's old seat. It's going to be likely blue. Again, Biden's performance here will definitely help out the Democrats. California's third, I'm shifting to about lean Republican, while Josh Harder's district, probably safe blue. So the most competitive seats, 13, 22, and 27. Again, these are overwhelmingly won Biden seats. Duterte is probably going to lose. He barely won last time. Valadejo, it was turned super low in this district. But again, with a much higher turnout in the general election, he's probably done. I don't think he can pull it off. Garcia, he's the one that might have the best chance out of all three of them. But still, I think he's going to lose by a narrow tilt margin because this time I think they'll run a different candidate instead of the same one like 3 times in a row that the Democrats have been running against this guy. Ken Calvert only won by 4.6 last time. Trending Democratic district as well, 1.1%. I think he's probably going to narrowly lose here. And Michelle Steele, it's a Biden won district, 6.2%. Plus, she isn't acting super bipartisan in this district either. So I also think she's in trouble of losing there. So I'm going to put that as tilt blue. Even though some people do say that it's a trending Republican district, again, I don't think so. I think we should wait for 2024. I think we're going to see this district flip in favor of the Democrats. So again, the Democrats are nearing that House majority pretty fast. Okay, what state? Iowa, it's probably Zach Nunn. He's probably going to win again by a lean R margin. Again, incumbency advantage. Well, Merritt Miller Meeks, I think she'll underperform a bit, but she'll still win by a lean Republican margin. Nebraska second, Don Bacon. I think this time he's probably going to lose. He nearly lost last time in this district when Democrats gave up on it. Arizona's 2 districts, Whitehart, I think he's probably going to lose for sure. While Cisco Maine will be a lot more of the competitive district, but I also think he's going to lose because Biden will do a lot better in Arizona and he'll get a decent margin, probably like a 2 to 3 point win, and it'll definitely carry him to a victory here. Let's go to Nevada. Let's see. There it is. The 3rd district, yeah, I kind of expected to be lean Democratic. It'll be the more competitive one, while the other 2 will likely be just likely blue districts. So they already got their House majority back, but we still have to go through some more states. So New Mexico's second, again, incumbency advantage. Will definitely give Vasquez the win here. In Colorado, Boebert's in huge trouble. She nearly lost last time. Plus, it is a Trump +8 district, but again, she barely won last time. There's a lot of scandals emerging about her right now, and I think Colorado's going to trend a lot more Democratic this time. So I think she's in definite trouble with Caravejo. She'll probably win by a lean blue margin. Could even be by likely blue, honestly, at this point. But I'm going to put it as lean blue for now. And Lauren Boebert, I'm actually going to give the Democrat a win here. I think she's going to be narrowly unseated just due to the trends in Colorado moving in favor of the Democrats at a rapid pace. In Washington, Washington 8th will probably go to a likely blue district, while Marie Perez, she's acting like a moderate congresswoman, so I really think she has a pretty decent shot at winning. But I'm going to put this as tilt blue for now, because what if the Republicans don't run the same candidate who was very lackluster last time around, and Joe Kent? But I think he already announced running for re-election anyway. But there's always an outside chance he loses, which is why I'm putting it in the tilt blue column, because let's take a look at how Republican it is. It is a Trump win district, yeah, 4.2%, but I still think she'll pull it off. In Oregon, almost a lot of these districts almost flipped last time around, but Chavez DeRimmer, she's probably going to lose, probably by a lean Democratic margin. Higher Democratic turnout in the state will definitely boost the Democrats here. Well, these other seats are going to put as likely blue because they were competitive in the House before. What states are we missing? Let's see here. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Michigan. We'll head to Michigan first. All right, with Michigan, I'll put the 4th as likely Republican. Again, Trump only won this district by a lean Republican margin. Plus, we might see Michigan trend Democratic, which I'm actually kind of expecting. John James will be in definite trouble now that the Democrats know this district's winnable, but he'll probably still carry off a narrow victory by a tilt Republican margin. Unless Biden wins the state of Michigan by a likely margin, I think he actually loses. But, yeah, he's only in a Trump won district of 1%. The 8th, I'm going to keep as lean blue. In the 7th, honestly, Republicans would probably fumble the bag here again. I was going to put it as a lean blue district. Okay, we'll head to Pennsylvania. Okay, the 17th I'm going to bump up to likely blue, while the 10th, I'm actually going to drop it to lean R. I think he underperforms a bit, probably follows the same path, probably wins by about 3 or 4 points, just like Trump would. Fitzpatrick, he probably still wins by a likely margin, even though the Democrats are targeting him. I think he'll pretty much win here. The 8th and the 7th, I'm going to put as tilt blue. Again, if Biden loses Pennsylvania, they're both going to lose. So right now, I anticipate a narrow Biden win in PA. So I think both these districts go tilt blue, but it's pretty much dependent on how well Biden does in the state. Then we head to New Jersey with the 5th district, which I'm going to bump up to solid blue because, again, it's a Biden win district of 12 points. And Tom Keene, I think he's going to pull it off. I think that last name pretty much helps him out. The Keene family is known in New Jersey politics. I think he's going to pull off a narrow tilt Republican victory in that state. So the final ratings are pretty much in. I could fix Virginia. I think the top part of Virginia would definitely be solid blue, but I agree with the rest of the ratings. I might even bump Virginia second to a more competitive district as well. About tilt, it could very well flip, but the Democrats regain the House 226 to 209. They flip a lot of seats in New York and California that gives them that path, plus a redrawn map in Wisconsin helps them out a bit. But, yeah, that's how the House map's going to look, so we're going to have divided government again because the Senate will probably go Republican while the House flips back to Democratic. Alrighty, I'll see you guys in the next video.